The Mills Act sets a very high property condition standard to qualify for the program. Yet the mayor wants to restrict eligibility to housing stock that is in poor condition and to homeowners with income levels so low that restoration costs would likely be unaffordable. Would you agree or disagree this creates an unworkable catch-22? Please explain. You have 1 minute.
You bet. And it does create a catch-22. Instead of being exclusionary, we need to be inclusionary. By supporting buyers of more modest or rundown properties, we are helping to increase property values, investments in the entire neighborhood, and providing opportunities to home buyers as well to build equity in something of long-term value. Take, for example, the community of Island Air, which is right inside the 7th District, right? I keep forgetting which side of Euclid it's on, but it is a wonderful example. Here's a neighborhood that it's lower income, as everybody says, but the investments that have been made, sometimes modest investments, have created a neighborhood that has great charm, wonderful value, and there are 113 homes that provide an example of what is possible in neighborhoods that have often been overlooked by the Mills Act. This was also part of the reason that while as a consumer advocate, I was talking about the Mills Act and the need to expand it from traditionally upper income neighborhoods to finding ways of applying it in every neighborhood of the city.
I don't know if this creates an unworkable catch-22 situation. I think we actually need to consider the possible reasons for why it is offered as a solution. And if the objective is to eliminate the Mills Act, then yes, it will achieve that. And if that's the mayor's objective, that's what we will get. But my understanding is it's not possible to even consider limiting the properties for which this will apply.
I believe that the Mills Act should be available to everyone regardless of the condition of their property, regardless of their income level. And as I testified before the Historic Resources Board, I have real concerns about how the mayor's proposal will affect people of modest means here in District 3 who would like to take advantage of the Mills Act to preserve the historic integrity of their homes.
I would tend to agree that it is. The Mills Act program must continue. And we must oppose efforts to make de facto elimination of this program, such as proposed by some of the limitations that are in the mayor's reform. But I do think that it's right that we encourage homeowners in less affluent communities to seek Mills Act designation. I want to acknowledge Patty Vaccarello from Island Air, who spent years to make her neighborhood get this designation so that we could preserve a wonderful community that's a part of my community of City Heights. She's done a lot of great work, but that can't be the exception. Property owners in Sherman Heights and City Heights and other places, their homes are worthy of preservation as well. So I hope that the activists in this room will come together to make sure that even less affluent communities are preserving their treasures.
Thank you. First of all, I live in a Irving Gill home, so I have a little bit of a conflict in answering this question, although I've never made use of the Mills Act. You know, I think of Paris, I think of London, I think of preserving our history, our architecture, our identity. I think these are things that we can never sacrifice, even in the face of critical financial issues that we are looking at today. And part of the problem with San Diego has been that we haven't preserved our identity. I was born here, my mother was born here, my children were born here. I think we have a wonderful history, but what is happening is we're destroying our neighborhoods. We are not respecting our history. And I think that those are the values that we should take into the discussion, into the decision making when it comes to the Mills Act and to the whole area of historical preservation in San Diego. I had one of my people here that promised they would clap after my responses. Thank you.